Welcome to our final video in this series on the Age of Empires 4 civilizations. Well, at least until we get some more information about the Holy Roman Empire and the Rus. Today we're looking at the Abbasid Dynasty. Playing as the Abbasid Dynasty is actually listed twice on the main website. I think that's a mistake. But basically, the Abbasid Dynasty is an adaptive civilization due to their ability to research unique upgrades at the House of Wisdom. These upgrades impact and alter the core game elements and mechanics, providing a unique way to build your empire. In Age of Empires 4, the Abbasid Dynasty civilization spans from 750 to 1517 CE and is based on the Abbasid Caliphate and the Mamluk Sultanate. The empire was born in modern-day Iraq, but after the Mongols destroyed its capital of Baghdad in 1258, the seat of power moved to Cairo. You will experience the golden age of Islam while playing the Abbasid Dynasty. This period saw flourishing technological innovations as the medieval world raced towards the modern era. The Abbasid Dynasty ruled the spiritual heart of the Islamic world for nearly 800 years, surviving civil wars, the Crusades, the Mongol invasion, and relentless piracy and rebellions. And then moving on to what I would consider the actual playing as the Abbasid Dynasty, the civilization is centered around the House of Wisdom, which provides unique upgrade opportunities and acts as a basis of their Golden Age mechanic. As buildings are constructed around the House of Wisdom, the tier of the Golden Age increases, bringing with it an increase in gather, research and production rates. Unique to their civilization, the Abbasid Dynasty received Camel Arches and Camel Riders, which serve as unique anti-cavalry cavalry units. The Abbasid Dynasty's unique ability to construct landmarks and advance through the ages without needing to assign active villages enables the Abbasid Dynasty to continue gathering resources, constructing buildings, or performing other tasks, allowing uninterrupted growth. And now on to the unique units for the Abbasid Dynasty. Now, there are only 2 listed here, and we know for a fact they have at least 3. And I think there's going to be at least 4 unique units for the Abbasid Dynasty, which means that the same applies to other nations where we've seen that they've released a few unique units, and then I've questioned a few times if that's all of them. I now feel as though it definitely isn't, because here we're seeing 2. They're showing us firstly the Camel Arches, which are an anti-cavalry cavalry unit that reduces damage from nearby enemy cavalry units. Their expanded attack range and higher damage than average horse archers allows them to pick away at enemy cavalry from a safe distance. Now we already know, because they've mentioned further up, that there are also camel riders with swords, or scimitar swords to be more specific. We also know that there are infantry troops with scimitars, because we've seen them in the pictures, so unless that's just their distinct look for a man-at-arms, I suspect that is very much a separate unit. The next unit they're telling us about here, however, is the Imam. They say the Imam is an inspirational community leader that can be created from the Abbasid mosque building. I assume that this is going to be their version of a monk, though it doesn't specifically say that here. Anyhow, moving on. So first, before I read this out, just have a look at this picture. This is not the Age 1 House of Wisdom. This is a mistake. They've actually shown the fully upgraded one here. And we'll actually see the non-upgraded one further on, but I'll stick it on the screen now just so you can see the difference. Basically, they've put an image up with all the wings added onto it, and we'll get to the wings a little later. So in Age 1, the Abbasid Dynasty civilization start off with the House of Wisdom, offering several unique upgrades that alter their gameplay, economy, military and or trade. Unlike other civilizations which need to construct a landmark to age up, the Abbasid must complete these upgrades, which can be done in any order. So you can focus yourself militarily first, or you want to build up your economy first, it's completely up to you. And then into Age 2, while the Abbasid Dynasty do not see a new landmark building constructed at the start of their second age, they instead gain access to Camel Arches, a unique anti-cavalry ranged unit. I don't really feel like "instead of" is the right term to use there, because even when the other civilizations build their upgrade, a lot of them do get a new unit in the next age, so I'm not sure why that's sort of listed there as "instead of." I think sometimes the pages here have been worded quite poorly, and I've actually found myself unintentionally changing the wording in my mind as I read it out. But moving on to Age 3. So in Age 3, once again the Abbasid Dynasty forgo a new landmark, and this time they gain the Camel Rider, another unique anti-cavalry unit. So here we are again talking about the Camel Rider, another unique cavalry unit which they're not listed in their unique units. So once again proving the fact that there are ones that they're not mentioning. Moving on to Age 4, upon reaching the 4th age the Abbasid Dynasty will have researched 3 of the 4 upgradable wings. During this age the players can complete the final wing upgrade, reaching what might be seen as the form of a 5th age, though they're not telling us what bonuses that provides. What I can say from the previously leaked information is that each time the civilization enters a golden age, which is to indeed, I think, do one of these research upgrades, you do, as they say, speed up the resource gather rate, research times and production speed, so there is an advantage to doing that final upgrade. Another interesting thing on this leaked list was that the infantry units are able to construct rams and siege towers without researching siege engineering, which means that they could be quite aggressive early game without having to do that additional research. It also means that my initial thought that only one civilization might get the siege towers is incorrect. It is going to be multiple. And in this leak it's also mentioned they get a bonus to collecting berries. However, again, while these leaks appear to be true, they could well have changed things. And also, interestingly, the leak about the Abbasid Dynasty actually has less information on than the other civilizations, so not sure about that one. And the final thing to talk about is probably the House of Wisdom. So we actually get a little bit of information on what the wings are called. The House of Wisdom is one of the key defining features of the Abbasid Dynasty. This unique civilization-specific structure provides access to many unique civilization upgrades and mechanics. In addition, players can further upgrade the House of Wisdom by researching and completing the 4 different wings of knowledge. These can be completed in any order, providing access to additional upgrades, strengthening the House of Wisdom, and aging up the civilization. You get an economic wing, a trade wing, a military wing, and a culture wing. Obviously, it's going to very much depend on how you play the game. It could be very much that you want to be extremely aggressive, so the first thing you do is build the military wing. What bonuses that gives specifically, we can't be certain. So that's really all the information we have on the Abbasid Dynasty so far. Obviously, we will be getting more information as the time goes by. We're only now just over 100 days, I think, from release. So we should be getting a lot more information in short order because they will want to do a beta in good time so that they can actually get feedback and make any corrections before release. And that once again reminds me that you should all sign up for the Insider program on the official Age of Empires website. Those are the people who are going to potentially get invited to the beta. Obviously there are no guarantees, but if you want to have a chance of getting into it, that is how to do it. Go to the official website and register as an insider. Obviously you will need to fill out your profile there and upload your system specs and things like that. Anyhow, that's it for this video. Comments down below, what do you think of the Abbasid Dynasty? What do you think the bonuses or extras will be when you build each of those 4 particular wings? Please do smash that like or dislike button, and if you dislike the video, let me know why. It's always good to get feedback so I can improve things. And please do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future AoE 4 news drops and updates. Thanks very much for watching everyone, have a great weekend.